Hey guys, so I didn't exactly have a video planned for today, but the newest trailer for Star Wars Rebels Season 4 just dropped, and this is definitely something worth talking about. For one thing, right off the bat, just like the previous trailer, it shows us that this season of Star Wars Rebels is going to be so much more different than any of the other ones. The Empire is going into full force strike, and things are becoming more desperate and more dark as a whole for the rebellion. This trailer is just filled to the brim with war imagery. I don't want to get into it too much because if you haven't seen the trailer, I don't want to spoil anything for you. This is without a doubt the most desperate hour that our rebel friends have ever been in. And more importantly, it's great to see that Grand Admiral Thrawn is coming back. Because I'm pretty sure as a whole we all agree Grand Admiral Thrawn is the greatest villain this show has ever had. He doesn't rely on his fists, he just uses his strategic knowledge and study of the arts and cultures of other planets to defeat his enemies. And honestly, that's extremely impressive. And finally, we have substantial proof that we are not only getting closer to the events of the original Star Wars trilogy, but we're getting closer and closer to the events of Rogue One. Grand Admiral Thrawn is talking with Grand Moff Tarkin over at Comlink about his new TIE Fighter project, and then Grand Moff Tarkin says that Krennic is very persistent about his project, Stardust. I'm pretty sure we all know what that means. The Death Star. It's almost completed. Finally, it seems as though we're going to learn a little bit more mythology about two certain things. We're going to learn about the Loth Wolf, and we're going to learn about the Mandalorians. And the history of the Mandalorians is something that's been extremely interesting because we started learning more and more about that culture, about that history in Season 3, especially when we found out about the Black Saber. Yeah, that Black Saber, the one that Sabine holds now, and we now know was created by the first Mandalorian Jedi. And as far as I know, we don't particularly know much about who the Mandalorian people were. We know about them now. We know they're super effective when it comes to combat scenarios, but we don't really know much about their history. And it seems like this new season of Star Wars Rebels is going to delve into that. But honestly, guys, this is an exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. We already know we have Star Wars The Last Jedi coming out in December, but this new trailer for Star Wars Rebels Season 4 is extremely exciting. It's a different tone from everything else, and it certainly looks like this might be the best season of Star Wars Rebels we have ever gotten. Oh, and before we wrap up, if you didn't already know, Claudia Gray, the person who wrote that fantastic Bloodlines book about the politics within the Senate and Princess Leia's effect in it, she came out with another book called Leia, Princess of Alderaan. I'm currently reading it, and if you haven't picked it up, I highly recommend you do so. It is excellent. But as always, it is what you guys say that matters. So have you had a chance to see this new trailer for Star Wars Rebels Season 4? And if you have, what do you think of it? More importantly, do you think Season 4 of Star Wars Rebels has a possibility of being the best season we have ever gotten? Leave your comment down below telling me your thoughts. And if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right there and subscribe and become part of the fray of nerds who love cinema. You all have a fantastic day.